Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I just want to let you know that we are following the latest on investigation. Pardon me, just trying to navigate these video issues here, but we're following the latest on an investigation into some fires, recent fires near the site of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. I do want to let you know that we are keeping our eyes on the possibility for a press conference to take place really at any moment now. So I just want to show you a live look now. We have a crew on the scene there, but here's what we know about what has happened. So investigators are looking into the cause of it's actually multiple fires that we're talking about at a construction site early this morning in southeast Atlanta, again, near the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. So what we know is that crews were called to 543 Burroughs Street Northeast for a reported fire just before 5 o'clock this morning. Atlanta Police Department saying that officers responded and found several pieces of construction equipment on fire. The Atlanta Fire Rescue Department also responded along with FBI and ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, a federal agency, obviously, that works with local law enforcement to investigate arson, among other crimes. The fires, again, this has been an ongoing issue at the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. A massive reward being offered for information leading to the arrests of suspected arsonists behind this kind of string of fires. No word yet at this time if this fire was intentionally set or if it has anything to do with the training center site, according to Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum, who has been on the scene and has been working with media, briefing investigators. But this is certainly an ongoing issue, the site of many protests that have turned violent at times at the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. Of course, critics call it Cop City. They claim that it would lead to increased militarization, police militarization, deforestation, and a host of other issues. The arson issue is something that has been ongoing. The investigation has been ongoing, and it's something we're going to continue to follow. We are on standby for a press conference from authorities a short time from now. I do have some other top stories to get to, but I know that meteorologist Rodney Harris is a little bit short on time, so I do want to take the opportunity to get a bit of the forecast from Rodney. Rodney, and let me just ask you, just technically, because I want to set up your maps for you. What max do you want to be on, Rodney?
Max 2.
All right. So Rodney, I'm going to put you on camera. I'm going to set up your max for us, but we are we're awaiting an update here from authorities. And so if that happens, we're going to break away from Rodney and get to that. But okay, Rodney, so what can you tell us about this weather that we have been seeing?
We have some changes, Joy, and we know we're going to come right back to Joy. I'm going to send it back to you for the breaking news that you're following. I have plenty of time. I just want to get to this quickly because it's some pretty important information for the weekend.
And take your time because it is important information.
Our first alert for today has been dropped, so you don't have to worry about that. However, Saturday is still a first alert. We have rain and even some isolated storms that are in your forecast for Saturday. And then we have added a first alert on Sunday, not for rain, but just because it'll turn colder and it'll be windy on Sunday. And what we mean by that is the past several days, temperatures have been like in the 70s. 72 yesterday, the 70s again today. By Sunday, we won't get out of the 40s, so it'll be a pretty big change. So a first alert for both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday rain, Sunday colder and windy. Here's how it looks outdoors right now, Joy. So we still have clouds out there. It's still pretty humid, and we will see spotty showers throughout the morning and afternoon. Even though we're not forecasting a ton of rain, spotty showers will be possible. What we're watching right now is that visibility. So earlier this morning, the visibilities were fine. Then we had some really thick fog that moved in. Dropped our visibility below a mile. Now our visibilities are starting to improve again. We're at 2 miles. We really like that number to be at 10. So if you are seeing some fog out there, that will gradually improve over the next hour or so. In fact, this is our visibility map that shows us where that fog could be. And we really pay attention to the red and the purple. As you can see, that red and purple is very isolated. It's out there, but that'll continue to dissipate throughout the course of the day. So as we plan your day, getting into lunchtime, 66. For 3 o'clock, you're picking up the kids from school, 69. Your PM commute, driving home from work, 67. Joy, I've highlighted dinner in red. Most of the day will be dry outside of a spotty shower.
Oh, okay.
But the reason why dinner time is red, when you go to dinner, it'll be dry. But when you're coming home from dinner, especially if you're going to be out late, it will start to rain. So this is what I mean. Here's our high resolution forecast model. You can see that much of the day is dry. Again, a spotty shower or two will be out there. But notice what happens, Joy, by 10 o'clock. That is rain that is moving into the southern portions of the region. This is midnight now, just south of I-20. So this is what we're talking about. LaGrange, Griffin, Edenton, even up to like Atlanta. By midnight, we could start to see some rain moving in from the south. So watch out for that. And then our first alert will continue on Saturday for scattered rain and isolated storms throughout the entire day. So Saturday's a good day to just sort of be indoors, Joy. The one concern that we are looking at for Saturday is the potential for flooding. There could be an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain tomorrow in metro Atlanta. So we do have a flood watch that's in effect for tomorrow. This flood watch won't impact us today because we're not forecasting a ton of rain today, but tomorrow isolated flooding will be possible, so watch out for that. Also want to point out we do have a very low end risk of an isolated severe storm from metro Atlanta westward. This is actually lower even than yesterday. Yesterday, that yellow that you see in Alabama was actually in Georgia as well, and they've kind of pushed that back a little bit. So most of tomorrow will be rain, but an isolated storm or two will be possible. So here's your 7-day. 70 today, a shower or two, but no first alert. A first alert for Saturday because of the rain and isolated storms that the entire day. Sunday, a first alert because of that high that's only 49 windy. Enjoy next week. We are mostly sunny. Really nice week. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s, so closer to normal for this time of year. But the good news about next week is it's mostly dry.
Yeah, that looks like a great week, honestly. The temperatures being dry, everything. Thank you so much, Rodney. Okay, so everybody, if you've been with us, let me just show you this live look out here. What we are keeping our eyes on, a press conference expected to begin. Addressing the recent fires near the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. So just reiterating for you, we're just kind of keeping our eyes on this and prepared to transition to bringing the latest on that, the update on that. But in the meantime, let's get to some of the other top stories that we are following right now. And, you know, we've been following very closely what's been happening with Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. And, you know, been under a lot of scrutiny, of course, a lot of eyes on her after some allegations surfaced a couple weeks ago that she had some sort of inappropriate affair with her special prosecutor, the man appointed to the Trump investigation, Mr. Nathan Wade, who she appointed to help lead the investigation into former President Donald Trump and co-defendants or allies. And the allegations, of course, the charges are related to election meddling. So now, the latest development here is that the state Senate is voting on a resolution about whether they're going to form a committee specifically to investigate Miss Willis. If adopted, this special committee would be made up of 9 members, including 3 Democrats. The committee would look into Miss Willis' alleged romantic relationship with Mr. Wade, the special prosecutor that I mentioned. And, you know, there of course have been calls for this investigation. There have been calls for Ms. Willis to recuse herself from the investigation involving the former president, but she also has many supporters as well, who, you know, claim that she's being unfairly targeted, whether it is for targeting the former president or, you know, for other reasons. You know, some have said because of her race. So it's something, a very hot button issue that we're going to continue to follow. And I do want to let you know we have attorney Josh Schiffer joining us later on at 1 p.m. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about other top stories as well that we're following here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. Okay, let's talk about a different kind of controversy here for a moment. What do you think of a Mommy and Me pole dancing session? What do you think of this? Just look at this video. This video really has been going viral. An Atlanta police, I should say, and I apologize, Atlanta pole dancing video involving a kind of Mommy and Me class is really getting a lot of attention, stirring up a lot of controversy here. The dancing and fitness studio owner is now speaking out after this video has gone viral, after the video has stirred up quite a bit of controversy. It shows children and their parents on the poles. You know, some of the comments online are not so nice. Atlanta News First reporter Chelsea Bimeforth spoke with the studio owner who says they're actually not doing anything wrong. Let's listen.
This wasn't our first Mommy and Me class. This just happens to be the first one that got so much attention.
Owner of Pink Pole Studios, Tia Harris, wasn't expecting to receive so many negative comments when she posted this video to her company's Instagram.
I think maybe posting it on social media is a little inappropriate because it's kind of like commodifying it and selling it.
The video is from a recent Mommy and Me pole fitness class where Harris says kids can exercise and bond with their parent in a clean, safe environment.
Pole fitness releases happy endorphins. Like, it's 10 out of 10, good. Nothing is bad about it.
Royalty Lazard teaches the class and says there's no exotic dancing involved, just fun spins and tricks.
It's going to be 3 steps. They're going to pull and push to hold themselves up, which requires a lot of strength.
Harris says kids playing around on a pole like this one isn't much different than something they may do on a playground or monkey bars. That's why some moms we spoke to said they had zero hesitation signing their daughters up for the class.
We love it so much. It's our happy time.
She loves coming here. She loves taking classes here. She loves the instructors here.
Harris says in the video, kids and adults were fully clothed and the music playing during class was child-friendly. Harris hopes that her story will help bring more awareness to the pole fitness industry, a concept that some organizations like the International Pole and Aerial Sports Federation are even lobbying to have added to the Olympics.
We're used to seeing it be associated in exotic settings or adults. And we just have to open our minds, change our mindset, and say, hey, it's not much different than a gymnast. This is a happy place. This is a safe space. And nothing anyone says or does will change that.
Reporting in the West End, Chelsea Bime for Atlanta News First.
All right, so thanks so much to Chelsea.
This wasn't our first Mommy and Me class. This just...
All right, so thanks so much to Chelsea for that report. You know, obviously we'd love to hear from you, our viewers. If you have any thoughts on this class, we invite you to chime in and join the conversation about it. All right, well, I just want to let you know one more time before I sign off here that we are keeping our eyes once again on the situation at the Atlanta, the construction site at the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center, where there have been numerous fires once again. Again, these are new fires that we've been talking about, and it's been an ongoing issue. So we are awaiting a press conference at any moment now from officials on the latest here. So when that happens, we are going to bring you that live here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. In the meantime, just want to thank you for joining us. And if you haven't yet done so, please download our free Atlanta News First mobile news app, and you can get updates and alerts on breaking news and other top stories sent right to your phone. Thanks so much for being with us.